All right, the final home game of the season at Beaver Stadium, probably the final home game of Christian Hackenberg's career. And Penn State gave Michigan a good battle, Neil, but really in the end, this Penn State team's not good enough to beat Michigan.
No, they really proved that. I mean, Michigan gave them every opportunity. I mean, you know, there's been a lot of frustration over the years playing Michigan as far as disparity in calls or perceived disparity in calls. Penn State got all the calls today. Michigan was penalized 13 times. That was at one point. I didn't check the final. But yeah, I think Penn State had every opportunity. They just continue to beat themselves with special teams and red zone inefficiency. And, you know, I guess on one hand you could look at it and say this is the number 12 team in the country, and yet they were very beatable today, but not by Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State special teams just continue to befuddle me. It's really some of the worst special teams that I've ever seen. You can basically go into any game expecting a huge special teams mistake. Today they had a big one with the fumble punt, and then after they score to make it 21-16, the kid runs off a 55-yard kickoff return to get them right back into scoring position. Neil, you can't win against good competition if you've got bad special teams.
No, and you're coming off a week where, first of all, you're off on a bye, and you were beat by a special teams play last week. So they really have to, and James Franklin mentioned the quote, long conversations that are going to have to take place concerning some of the areas that they have to fix.
Our red zone was interesting because, you know, Saquon Barkley goes 56 yards down inside the 10, and then they run it 3 straight times. And Hackenberg's really good at audibling and checking the run plays, but he did it 3 times. That obviously did not work. They just don't seem to, in this offense, have red zone efficient plays that can get into the end zone.
Absolutely. You know, when they throw, you wonder if they should have run. When they run, you wonder if they should have thrown. It just, I agree. And with a pro-style quarterback, I think compounds it. At one point, he split out wide. It looked like Michigan didn't see him. Penn State didn't take a quick snap and maybe gun the ball over to him. Potentially could have been a touchdown. It just seems that they're a day late and a dollar short for all these key situations.
All right, they'll have a chance at a signature victory next week against Michigan State if they can go there and get that. That'll be tough. But I want to talk to you real quick before we close about Hackenberg. I thought there was a great moment on TV at the end of the game. The cameras focused in on Christian's face for a good solid minute. And for all the things that we analyzed, this kid throws and accuracy and draft potential, the kid's been a warrior. The kid has been everything you would want a player to be at Penn State. Has he lived up to his potential on the field? Maybe not. But as I'm watching his face, I'm sitting there thinking, man, this guy's legacy will always be good here.
Yeah, no question. You know, and you wonder what was going through his mind. And you know, everyone has respected Hackenberg. He asked before the season that people not ask him about his future beyond this year, and you know, I'm sure it'll come up closer to a bowl game or whatnot. It'll be determined soon enough. I think it's pretty obvious that he is going to move on, and probably knows he should move on. It's pretty unique though, because most of the guys who have left here and bypassed their last year have kind of felt that they had no choice financially. You know, that they were going to be a first-round pick and they had nothing left to achieve. Most of them, the Kajana Carters and you know, people that really had no choice. Blackledge and Mike Munchak come to mind. This kid's a different case because it doesn't look like he's going to get a whole lot better here.
The peculiar thing for me is if he came back next year and maybe the line's better, they could be pretty good. Saquon Barkley, receivers older. But man, when you watch him take a beating like this today, my goodness, if he comes back next year, he would probably have to wonder if he could even get through the year healthy to get to the NFL. I can't see any reason for why. Even if he's a 2nd or 3rd round pick, there's no reason why he should come back here.
And it's not like that. I mean, they've had him for 2 years. They've had every opportunity to make him more comfortable or make them more comfortable with him, and it just doesn't seem like it has worked in that regard. But he's been a tremendous leader, and I think in a lot of regards they're going to miss him.
All right, for Neil Rudel, I'm Corey Geiger. Thanks to Mark on our video. Thanks for watching.